Say hi. In this video, we're going to have a little conversation about where we stand as nutritionists and where vets come into the picture as well when it comes to create a plan to support your dog's well-being. When we work together as vets and as dog canine nutritionists, it just creates a really good relationship. It creates teamwork, and you can put together a nutritional plan. You can put together medical advice on medication on how you can to decide here support is okay. You having fun here, Chester? Trying to give me that treat. He's being a good boy. He's just getting a little treat. So let's carry on now. So it's not about choosing one over the other. Vets are extremely hardworking professionals. They have studied hard. They have a lot of challenges, whether, professionally, of course, it takes a lot of their time. So even personally, and it drains physically and mentally. And I will never, ever diss veterinarians on this channel or in my Facebook group because they are so important for your pets. And the difference is that during their training, and that's coming from conversations I've had with vets, they do not spend a lot of time on nutrition. And this is where a dog nutritionist can come and play. I'm going to share a personal example, actually. I've personally been suffering from iron deficiency anemia for several years. I've had all the tests, all the appointments, all the different books that I've been reading on the topic. And I was really struggling to find answers to get a plan put in place. And it was getting really, really frustrating. And you would think that as a dog nutritionist, I would have thought sooner to actually consult with a human nutritionist. And I did that a few weeks ago. I've had a couple of appointments with a really knowledgeable nutritionist. And it has been incredible. It has been eye-opening. And even though I was eating well, I was eating a good diet, a balanced diet, by the book, reading everything I could do to help absorb nutrients. And it turns out that even though it was a really good diet, it was not the right diet for me, for my needs, for the issues I have with my autoimmune conditions, with the anemia, and how it works together, and how the advice that the hematologist or the GP had given me can actually work so well together with the advice I received from the nutrition professional I spoke with. And it's exactly the same for your dogs. So this little guy here suffers from IBD. And this is actually the reason I started really looking into the world of canine nutrition several years ago when he was about 2 or 3 years old. And I had to find a solution to fix his poor belly. At the time, we didn't know what it was. We had appointments with the vets, prescribed, prednisone to help him, tried to change his diet, did an elimination diet, and it was very, very draining, wasn't it? Wasn't it? Yes, it was. And we met an incredible vet through this journey who guided us and diagnosed Chester with IBD. So when this happened, we started really looking into what we can do for him, yes, medically to help with the flares, but also what we can do through the diet. What are the supplements that we can add to his diet to help him improve? And this is how this dog nutrition journey started. I started reading books about it. I started getting really passionate about it. And a few months later, he was like a new dog. It was literally new dog, perfectly formed. Poops. Yes, I said poops. And much happier, a little more energy. And all this because we discovered that even though his diet was really good, he was getting a lot of supplements. It was not the right diet for him, for his condition. We were giving him too many supplements to try and help him, which was making it worse. So sometimes less and more. And this is one of the things this incredible vet taught me, that when you want to do well, sometimes you overdo it. And if you don't have the experience and the knowledge, you don't do it right. So, of course, each dog is different. This little guy's IBD, the way we approach it, is completely different from our other dog, Paddington, who suffers from usually heartburn occasionally, and he's a lot less active. And I was saying he's less active, and he's proving it here, right? And we have adopted Paddington. Is just over here, so sorry if I keep looking over there. What's that? We adapted, or they don't eat the same things, basically. They have completely different diets that are adapted to their needs. And a dog who has, pancreatitis, a dog who suffers from diabetes, each of these dogs requires a specific approach, a personal approach, right? And a lot of attention, like this little guy here is desperately in need of attention right now, even though he's in my arms. And you need to work together with a vet and a nutritionist to get the medical plan that you need, and then work hand in hand with the nutritional plan that you need. How you can boost that medical support nutritionally to give them the best chance to improve as well naturally, because it isn't all one or the other. I love the natural approach. I love using herbs. I love feeding, species appropriate diet. But I also understand where medicine comes in and how important it is. So basically, what you need to do is find yourself a good vet that you can trust. It can take time. It can be a very good vet, you may not click. You do some research, you speak to people, you look at reviews. And same goes when it comes to a dog nutritionist. You need to look into the qualification. People need to be transparent about those qualifications. They need to be out there. They need to be open to discuss them with you. And you need to be careful not to take everything you read online at face value, because there is a lot of conflicting information out there. And obviously it can be confusing. It can be stressful when you don't know what's right. So finding the right nutritionist, finding the right vet is the best thing you can do for your little guys, little girls actually. And Chester, do you agree? Yeah. Okay. So this was a little bit of a different video. I wanted to have a little bit more of a conversation, and we hope you enjoyed it, as we plan to do a few more of these in the future, having our little guys featured a little bit more as well. So until then, we'll see you next time. Yes. Oh, Chester, treats?